Welcome to the Dorky Readings and Bloopers, featuring Blood Phoenix Rebirth, first book of the Broken World series. Chapter 11. In my dream, a warm bundle of arms, legs, blankets, and pillows wrapped around me. I fit into the warm nook of James's body. He worked quickly, and I was glad the leprechaun had gone with his seriously scary craziness. As I snuggled further in against his body and pulled his limp arm tighter around me, this didn't add up. His breath moistened the nape of my hair, but his legs reached further than they should have, and he smelled like whiskey and smoke. His hand flexed and pulled my hips closer to his, and the hard length of him pressed against my lower back. I froze momentarily before jumping away. What in the fucking hell do you think you're doing? Is it custom for leprechauns to sneak into other people's beds while they're sleeping, or just rude boys from Scandinavia? He sat up, bleary-eyed, as he looked me over. Where did you expect me to sleep? On floor? I fought with the creepy crawlies worming over a patch of my wet hair. Did you drool in my hair? No fuss. Bowden flopped over onto his back. He patted the spot next to him. Come back to bed and let us sleep more. It's still daylight. Hot with frustration, I stomped to the stairs. Shining pinpoints filtered through the board-covered windows, low and orange enough to be around dinner time. I'm taking a shower. Do whatever a good chaperone does. I can watch? He sat up behind me again. No, you can't watch. Creepy-ass motherfucker. What kind of crazy chaperone did James think he sent me? I locked myself from the shower. My stomach burned, spreading icy emptiness across my middle. Would leprechaun blood be as nourishing as human blood? And if so, could it have any strange side effects? While I washed, a mumbled conversation wafted up to the shower. Someone else entered the house, and Bowden seriously debated with the new visitor. After I finished washing myself, footsteps ascended the stairs, and I hoped they were Bowden's. The door handle to the bathroom jiggled. I'm naked, I called. The handle jiggled again as I reached for my towel. Bone smashed through. I wrapped myself and pinned Bowden to the bathroom counter by his throat. Wet and haphazardly covered becomes you. His eyes twinkled at me, and he made no motion to fend me off. My teeth grew and pressed against the edges of my lips. The beating of his blood made the quivering cold mass inside of me expand. Oh, do get excited on my account, Bowden said, lifting off the counter against my hand. Snarling, I slammed him back down, and the counter groaned. Come on, baby, do not stop, he said. You are not invited to enter. I'm naked. What is so important? Visitor downstairs, and your nakedness is no bother. Well, it's a bother to me. I bared my fangs at him, overwhelmed by the desire to bite. His pulse thudded under my fingers. He smelled so tasty, and I was starving. I have to take you downstairs, girl. Visitor will not wait long. What kind of visitor? One of the hoodlums from the neighborhood? Another vampire, more powerful than you, maybe more powerful than me. Scary powerful? My hunger receded by fractions. Please be one of James's buddies. Granted, this guy creeped me the fuck out, but I'd rather they all be on our side than against us. I do not know, but you are hungry, are you not? You should have blood before you confront Boy Vampire. How small of a boy. Do not stray from point. You must have blood, and you cannot leave, so you must take from me. You want me to drink your blood. You're not human. But boy, did I want to bite him. Do not tell me you have not thought about. I gaped at him. What? Could he get in my brain? Did that glamour bullshit let him inside my head? You must. He offered his throat. You have not choice. You cannot meet visitor in weakened state as you are now. Drink. Feed. Fine. My hand shifted down to his chest as I took a long whiff of him. He smelled like an Irish summer barbecue. My teeth ached furiously, and I decided if I bit him, I'd make it hurt. Warm blood gushed into my mouth, whiskey-soaked meat. Bowden gasped, arched his back, and slammed his knees into the opposite wall. His heartbeat jumped. Bowden's blood turned into liquid lust. I gripped his shirt as he panted. The fuzzy energy came back, and the glamour smothered the room. Bowden reached to cut my bare ass and pulled my body further against his. An overwhelming desire to be naked and pressed beneath him raged through me. He moaned underneath me in agreement. After a moment, Bowden pulled at my hair and said, Stop. No more. I hesitated. My body finally returned to a normal temperature, my cold hunger easing. Girl, I said to stop. With his help I pulled away, stumbling back and supporting myself against a wall. My vision blurred. Bowden straightened, brushed off the front of his self, and touched the side of his neck tenderly. was as good for you? Clutching the towel to my chest with one hand, I reached for Bowden with the other. He took it, and I reeled him in. It was good for me, and I want more. He was hard. Girl, no. It's time to go downstairs and entertain other vampire. I want to entertain you instead. He took my chin as he had before and brought his face level to mine. Your eyes are as if glamored, only your pupils are too wide. Not right. I burst into a fit of giggles, causing Bowden to step back. The fuzzy daze consuming me felt more like what I had always imagined of vampirism, light and invincible rather than weighed down by burning cold. Where are you going? Don't you want to play with me? I peeled the towel off my body and advanced toward him. I needed him against me like the summer heat clings to skin. Twirling halfway to him, I dropped the towel, pulled her on my feet, and I stepped out of it, still advancing on the giant leprechaun. Don't you like what you see? You wanted to see it so badly. Look at me. Feel me. Running my hands over my body, I swayed toward him, free of my inhibitions. He backed out of the bathroom and just about tripped over himself. He ran into my closet and pulled the first things his hands touched. Throwing clothes at me, he continued to scramble. You, vampire, react strange to my blood. React strange to glamour. You're not going to play with me, are you? No, it's time for business to happen. Pouting, I put on the clothes, straight khaki pants and a blue baby doll scripted with, I bite and glitter across my breasts. I spun with my hands out at my sides, giggles rushing out of me. Why didn't I always feel this way? Okay? Yes, now let us go. He took my elbow and escorted me down the stairs. His touch tickled the sensitive parts of my flesh so that I threw my head back and let out a low moan. No, this is not good. Not good. We reached the bottom of the steps and he stopped me. I wanted to strip off his clothes and cover every inch of his skin with my mouth. He bent down to me again. Girl. Rhea. This is a dangerous situation. You have to snap out of glamour. If not, you could die, and me along with you. He shook me until my head flopped back and forth like a chicken head. I laughed. A rougher, scarier laugh filled the room. I met the newcomer with a smile. He took on a young image of Hollywood in designer clothes, with a messy, kept do, and a smile too white to be natural. Hollywood stood in the doorway, almost completely silhouetted by the kitchen lights, his sharp features sadistically turned up. I see my entertainment has finally arrived. He worked quickly. The fuzzy daze consuming me felt more. His touch tickled. Stalk much?